Hi guys, Liam here with another video. This is like the third time I've tried to shoot this video in the last 20 minutes or so. I'm having battery issues and all sorts, so I'm using a different camera. Just a quick update, I've been away for a few days, so looking at my plants now, there's a bit of a difference after not seeing them for a few days to what there is when you're looking at them every day. For a start, got another little flower coming through up here. One of my cayennes. These are 3 cayennes. I was quite excited in the last video about my first flower coming through, which is this bad boy here that's opened up. I've got another one to boot. I've got a couple more at the back if the camera sees them, and then a couple more coming in down the side here. So those 3 cayennes are looking very good. Coming down to the ones I referred to as the runts of the litter. This one here on the right hand side, looking a bit better. I cut away some of the stuff that had started dying on it, and I think it's bouncing back a little bit. It's got some flower buds coming off the top. No petals as of yet, but flower buds as of the other 2. Coming over to the jalapeno plants, set up just like the cayenne pepper plants. The one at the back here is getting nice and bushy towards the top. Got a few flower pods coming off the top as of the others. Nice thick stems as well. I noticed this one down here, the stem's going brown at the bottom, which I think is good because as far as I'm aware that's a sign of hardening up, which is good. I'll take you down to the Bulgarian hot carrot plant. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 peppers on that, ripening off. It's quite dark leaf, that one, but I can't see any, there's no sign of any new flowers coming off or even flower buds. I don't know if they'll come off maybe once the other chilies have ripened and picked. But and then the chili pepper fuego over here. I think these are in like 12 litre pots, these ones. That's a decent size, the fuego. Not really doing much, it hasn't grown much over the last few days. There's a couple of tiny little flower pods coming in off the top. And the Romital, I really don't know what the Romital pepper is. I bought it because it sounded different. There are a couple of small flower pods starting to appear right in the growth in there. I might have to trim it off a bit, see if I can get them coming through a bit better. What I didn't show you in the last video, sorry about the wind by the way, is I've got some potato plants in like a half barrel size container down here. My wife actually planted them in maybe about 3-4 inches of compost, and they've grown astronomically over the last couple of weeks. I keep having to top it up with compost, which I'm told is the way to do it, but they're coming through quite nicely. Just run you over here. I also didn't show you in the last video was my tomato plants. I've only got 3 on the go because if I show you up here, I've got loads more that are probably still slightly alive in this pot. I think there's about 12-13 of them in there, but I just haven't got the room to plant them, so they're all kind of dying. I haven't bothered watering them or anything. Down here, going from left to right, that one's kind of been eaten by slugs. I do have a slug problem in this garden. I picked, one was hiding just down here under the plastic. A big fat slug I found yesterday and got rid of. It's bounced back a little bit since it got eaten, but not a lot. And then panning from left to right, they grow exponentially bigger. This one's looking quite healthy. I don't think a slug's been at it for a while. It's got quite a thick stalk. Maybe get some tomato. I think the Harbinger tomatoes those ones, so hopefully get something off them this year. Coming through into the main greenhouse, this is my Scotch Bonnet grown from seedling. I haven't really noticed any change from this one over the last few days. It hasn't really got any flower pods on the top. Again, this is one that I topped. You can see the little nodule just in there where I cut it. So it was about that height when I topped it off, and it's grown that much and bushed out a bit more, which is good. This is a lovely chocolate habanero plant. It looks nice and crunchy, big thick stem, and if you look in there's plenty of growth shooting out in between the leaves. I might have to prune it at some point just to see if I can get it looking a bit better. Some lovely flower pods. I don't know if it's gonna, apologies for the camera work, I can't really get it to focus, but there's some flower pods in the top. Nice big bunch of them in there as well, which looks good. Just below that, another chocolate habanero. Now this one last time didn't look very big, and it has grown I think of a couple of inches, but I need to move it into better light because it's underneath the other chocolate hab. and it's not getting the best light really, though it's got a couple of little flower pods coming off it, I think. These bunch of cayenne peppers here, as I did say in the last video, they need repotting, but I'm kind of supposed to be giving all these away, and I don't really want to have to go through the expense of repotting them in new pots with all the compost and everything if I'm giving them away. I've got little flower pods coming off the top, if you can see, but they're doing alright. And then a Scotch Bonnet Big Sun here, which I mentioned in the last video. The size of the leaf, if I put my hand over it, it's a huge leaf, it really is, and it looks very healthy. I've got plenty of growth going on the inside of it, plenty of growth on the top. There's even down in the middle there's a few flower pods coming off. That's one I purchased. I didn't grow that one from seed, but this one I did. This is a Habanero, I think just a regular Habanero. Again, this one's got nice big leaves as well, sort of easily the size of Coke cans. Sorry if the wind's picking up, it's not very good weather at the moment in the UK. We've got flower pods coming off the top. Again, some nice growth coming in from underneath. And then another shelf down here of cayennes. I think there's one jalapeno in here somewhere, but there's one just down here. It's actually got a little flower coming off, if I can find it. There you go. I'll have to get in and pollinate that one shortly with a little paintbrush or something. And then down here, going from right to left, cayenne pepper plant. Now I've noticed this one's got a couple of dead leaves, which I need to prune off because there's no point having them on there. They're just going to sap vital energy. This, interestingly enough, was the Scotch Bonnet I mentioned last time. That was just a long stick, and although it is still a long stick, I've got new growth coming off here and here, and around the back there, just since I topped it off. So although that's going to end up top heavy anyway, hopefully it'll be alright. Another cayenne pepper plant at the back here. Again, that's got a few flower pods starting to come off it. No petals as of yet, but hopefully that'll be alright. Again, from left to right at the front, another cayenne pepper plant. This one's looking relatively healthy. It's grown a bit since I put it in the 12 litre pot. And then my two favourites down here. This Habanero is the one that I lollipopped. It was quite low. I cut the stems off down the bottom. It's got a good Y on it now. Try and show off the Y a bit there. Nice and bushy on the top. And if I can get it to focus, which I probably can't, there's loads of little flower pods coming in off the top. And then here's my other Habanero, which I topped right down in there. You can see that down there it got topped. It's bushed out. I've got 3 or 4 canopies on the top, and there's a few coming in off the bottom. A few little flower pods coming off, but not majorly massive amounts at the moment. But yeah, so like I say, it's only been a few days since the last video. I thought I'd give you an update because I've noticed some difference in myself, and I think that I'm going to add, when I put it on YouTube, I'll add at the end of this the ones that I've got inside. I think I've got something called a Nazu and some other ones, so bear with, I'll be back in a second. And as if by magic, here I am in a different location. This one here is a chili pepper Nazu or Nazu, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but the dwarf chilies of some variety. Overlooking here, there is some flowers already showing on the plant. I've even got a chili pepper popping through. These are random super hots. These ones in the bigger pots. I'm not sure what they are. I've got a bag of mixed seeds and just planted them. I'm not going to be expecting any peppers off these at any point this year because of how late in the year I did plant them. I won't know what they are until next year. I'll just overwinter them and see what happens. Across here, 5 Carolina Reapers. I've got one in another room as well, but they're alright. They're healthy looking seedlings, but again, I'm not going to get any peppers off them this year. I really severely doubt it anyway. These, as you can see, these pots are tiny. You know, they really are just seedlings. And then over here, a Prairie Fire, which is another dwarf type of chili. Quite a healthy looking plant, quite small. I don't know if you can see. There's quite a few. Look in there. There's quite a few little flower pods and some petals coming off them. Quite a few indeed. But how big the peppers are going to be, I really don't know. But that's it, that's all my chilli plants, so I'll keep you updated with the next vid. Thanks for watching.